say a 757 or a 767?
Actually, no, they don't say that it's easily transferable because it's such a different type of jet. But nonetheless, they got that initial training in Venice, Florida. Whether their training continued elsewhere, you have to assume it took place somewhere else. Where they learned it, though, at this point, I don't know, and the FBI hasn't told us.
All right. Kerry Sanders, interesting development down in several places in Florida. Kerry, thanks so much for talking with us.
Sure.
It is 10 minutes before the hour now. Here's Matt.
All right, Katie, thank you. Clifton Cloud shot some home video of the attack on the World Trade Center. Harry Crosby was on his way to work at Merrill Lynch at the World Financial Center just across the street. Guys, good morning to both of you.
Morning.
Clifton, I want to roll the video that you shot. You were using your home video camera, getting ready for a joyous occasion, your son going to preschool, and you captured that shot right there. How far away from the building were you?
I was probably about a mile away, and I didn't even realize that the second explosion was going on. It was just a quick, sharp blast of white light, orange, and then the shockwave hit a few minutes later.
What did you think when you were shooting the initial explosion, when you were shooting just the tower that had been hit first? Did you think it had been an accident? Did you think there was terrorism? What was going through your mind?
At first I did think that it was either an accident or, honestly, in the city I thought it might have been a film, some effect, something draped over the building or something. It was so surreal that I couldn't imagine that it was an accident.
And it was while you were shooting that the second plane came into view, and as you say, you really didn't even realize what you had captured. What was your response when you went back and looked carefully at the tape?
I thought about where the plane hit was right about in the 60s floor where one of my company's largest clients is, and I thought about the people that we work with on a day-to-day basis that we know, and I realized, my God, that's their floors, their area.
You continued to roll and stood there for a while, I know, and also captured the pictures of Tower Number 2 collapsing. And you've been in New York for a long time, and you remember the Trade Center bombing back in 1993, and I know most New Yorkers and Americans in general were proud to know that those buildings stood. When you saw that building collapsing, what went through your mind?
I really thought that this was something I could never possibly imagine. I remember thinking that it'll be interesting to look at these buildings damaged in the future, and the thought of that building actually coming down and knowing that area so well and knowing how many people are around, I was really, my my heart went out for the people who live and work down there, and a lot of people who we know, on a daily basis through work. So it was there was a real human face on that building going down.
Harry, you were